people is they do not account for the joule heating in electric motor performance, and they only look at the electrical energy in and the mechanical energy out, and they ignore the joule heating, which is completely inaccurate accounting of a mechanical system. So now we're getting to electric vehicle regenerative braking and the power dissipated in an electric generator. So an electric generator is just a reversal of an electric motor. Now we have a rotor magnet that is approaching a coil, and it's approaching a coil with a certain amount of kinetic energy at a certain speed. When the generator coil is connected in a closed circuit and current flows in the coil, we have joule heating. It's the same joule heating that we have in the motor, and we have a magnetic field created around the generator coil. And the question is, what is the component that's responsible for the change in kinetic energy in regenerative braking? So the work energy principle again states that the change in kinetic energy is equal to the net work performed, okay? What causes EV deceleration during regenerative braking, okay? Does the voltage induced in the coil cause the vehicle to decelerate? No. Does the current going to the EV's batteries cause the EV to decelerate? And if so, how does the current going to an EV's batteries cause the EV to decelerate? It cannot do so. Does the joule heating of the generator coils cause the EV to decelerate? No. And this is the big one. This is the big one that everybody is being told that is a completely, utterly false statement. The EV kinetic energy conversion to electrical energy is what's causing the EV to decelerate. No. And the conversion to electrical energy to chemical energy? No. The thing that you're being told, that everybody is being told, that electric vehicles convert mechanical kinetic energy to electrical energy, and during that process, this causes the vehicle to decelerate, is completely and utterly false, okay? The truth about regenerative braking is this. An EV's generator converts mechanical kinetic energy to voltage and current, electric energy. Some of the electrical energy is converted to heat through joule heating, P equals I squared R, in the coils and in the EV's battery. Some of the electrical energy, the rest of it, is stored in the EV's batteries. So some of the energy, some of the conversion energy, kinetic to electrical, is dissipated as heat. Some of it is stored. If you add A plus B, that's 100% of the mechanical to electrical conversion is accounted for. And that, and we still haven't explained what's causing the EV to decelerate. So, what causes the EV to decelerate during regenerative braking when 100% of the energy is already accounted for? The answer, the magnetic field's energy created around the current-bearing wires is doing the work decelerating the rotating magnetic field inside the generator, and it's the magnetic fields that are causing the EV to decelerate. Okay, finally, the basic final truth about EV regenerative braking and the truth about energy creation. Okay, so number one, EV regenerative braking is caused by the magnetic fields created around the current-bearing wires inside the generator. EV regenerative braking is not caused by induced voltage, current, or heat inside the generator. EV regenerative braking is work performed by the magnetic fields created, which are changing, lowering the kinetic energy of the EV. The work energy principle states that the change in kinetic energy, increasing it or decreasing it, decreasing the kinetic energy of the system, is work, and all work requires energy. Energy is the currency required to perform work in any direction. The magnetic fields do work decelerating the EV and therefore are a form of energy. Magnetic field energy is created at no cost. There's no energy conversion in the creation of the magnetic fields around current-bearing wire. Energy can and is being created as magnetic field energy around every current-bearing wire on the planet. The theory of conservation of energy is false. It's always been false and only applies in purely mechanical systems where magnetic field energy is not created and does not perform work, accelerating in a motor and decelerating in a generator for free. So now you know the truth. Magnetic field energy is the energy that we use in the ReGenX generator to accelerate the EV while also recharging the EV's batteries. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Cheers.